The woman stood barefoot in the dust, hands raised, breathing hard as 5 rifles locked onto her chest. Moonlight slipped through the broken roof and caught something pale on her forearm. A thin scar, old, faded. Lieutenant Mark Hale felt the world tilt. His heart stuttered, because he had seen that scar before every night of his childhood. The command came sharp and automatic, but Hale barely heard it. The room felt smaller, the air heavier, as memory pressed in. His mother's arm, the kitchen light. Her sleeve rolled up just enough. The same curve, the same pale line. The same story she never finished telling. Before I tell you what happened next, tell me in the comments where you're rewatching from. I love knowing who's listening. The compound had been marked hostile. Intelligence was clean, the objective clear. A weapons courier had vanished inside these walls, and the SEAL team had moved like shadows through the village to find him. No civilians expected. No surprises planned for, yet here she was, mid-30s, trembling, eyes darting between weapons and faces, not knowing where to rest. Fear clung to her like smoke. Hal swallowed. His finger loosened on the trigger. "Lower your weapon," his teammate whispered, barely audible through the cums. Hal didn't answer. His gaze was fixed on the scar. He remembered being 8 years old, tracing that line with his finger as his mother cooked dinner. Remembered asking where it came from. Remembered how her smile faded before she said, "Another life." Now that life stood in front of him, the team shifted uneasily. Dust floated in the moonbeam, every particle suspended like time itself. One SEAL cleared the adjacent room. Another checked the doorway again, tension coiling tighter with every second. "Ah!" Hale said softly, the word surprising even himself. "Who gave you that scar?" Her eyes widened. She looked down instinctively, then back up at him. Her lips parted, but no sound came out at first. The silence stretched, fragile enough to shatter. "An American doctor," she finally whispered. "During the war, he saved my life." Hale's chest tightened. His mother had been a medic, not officially, a volunteer who crossed borders with nothing but a backpack and stubborn compassion. She'd disappeared for 2 years when Hale was 10, came back quieter, older, with a scar she never explained. The woman's hands shook harder now. "Please," she said. "I have children. I don't know about weapons. I only clean here." Protocol screamed at Hale to step back, to hand this off, to stay objective. Emotion was dangerous in places like this. Got soldiers killed. But something deeper pulled at him. Something human. He nodded to his team leader. "We need to slow this down." A pause crackled over Combs, then a reluctant acknowledgement. As they searched the room again, Hale stayed with her, lowering his rifle slightly. She noticed her breathing eased just a fraction. "Do you know a woman named Anna?" he asked quietly. Her eyes filled instantly. "Yes," she said. "She treated my burns. She cried when she left." Hale closed his eyes. Anna was his mother. The revelation hit the team like a silent explosion. 5 elite operators trained to move without hesitation now stood frozen, caught between mission parameters and a truth no briefing could prepare them for. Outside, villagers had gathered, murmurs rippling through the darkness. A child cried somewhere. Wind rattled loose metal on the roof. The team leader exhaled slowly. "Intel says the courier passed through here last week," he said. "That's all." The moral weight settled heavily. Detain her and risk destroying an innocent family. Walk away and possibly let a threat slip through their fingers. Hale knelt, bringing himself to her level. "Did anyone leave something here?" he asked. "Anything unusual?" She nodded hesitantly. "A man came. He hid a bag. I told him no. He'd threatened my children." Her voice broke. "They found the bag buried beneath the floorboards. Weapons, documents, proof enough to close the mission without touching her." When the team moved out, dawn was breaking. Light spilled across the village, revealing faces that watched in silence. No cheers, no anger, just relief. The woman stood at the doorway, clutching her sleeve. Before Hale turned away, she reached out and pressed something into his hand, a faded photograph. His mother, younger, smiling, arm wrapped around this same woman. Hale nodded once, a promise without words. Back at base, the report was clean. Professional, sanitized. No mention of scars or mothers or impossible choices. But that night, Hale sat alone, photo in hand, understanding something he never had before. That kindness travels farther than bullets ever will. That compassion leaves marks deeper than war. That the lines that connect us are often invisible suddenly. They aren't. Because kindness doesn't vanish. It waits. And it finds its way back. Oh, no. And just like that pale scar beneath the moonlight, the past had reached across time and refused to be forgotten. If stories like this move you, stay with us. Subscribe to Whispered Words, share your thoughts below, and remember, some missions aren't about what you take, but what you choose to protect.